Okay, so this is tablet PC settings for Windows. I am running Windows 7, and actually, this old thing, it actually looks like it's working. It's actually works, but I think I still need to install the actual driver. Let's see here. See if I can find the driver, because I believe it's in here somewhere. Disney, whatever that is. I'm not sure. Tamper Monkey AE 2500. That is my Wi-Fi adapter, which this computer didn't come with on board, so I had to use an external. Let us see here. Windows 7. What do we have under YouTube downloads? Nothing in here. I don't know where to look here. I will look in docs and downloads. See if the tablet. No. See, I got an adventure game to do here that I was going to, each time I decided I was going to try to work on this game. It's a bunch of old junk. Let's see, Amazon Box, no. Blog, no. Docs, DOS shell, downloads. Could be in downloads. Let's try downloads. Wacom tablet. So, actually, I wonder if they. Here, I'm going to try to see if they have online first. Wacom. I call it Wacom. I've heard a lot of people pronounce it Wacom or something like that. But support is going to be legacy support. Product support. Specifically. Oh, I don't need to contact support. Let's go back to support page. Okay, so set up and use, tutorials. These are guides, huh? Just want to download drivers. Pen tablet. This is an Intuos 3 from back in the day. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for drivers. Drivers? There we go. Drivers. Windows 7. Please select support type and product. Previous drivers for latest, let's see, compatible products. The Intuos 3 is not going to be, well, maybe it will be. No, Intuos 4. Intuos 5, Intuos 4. See something here. Does this have a has a model number PTZ63U that I can barely see. I think it might be too old. PTK, PTH, CTH. Oh. It's gotta be too old. PTZ. Drivers for previous generation products. There we go. Intuos 3. There we go. So, Windows. I bet you this is the same file that I have, though. Let's go ahead and download. Actually, let's go ahead and look and see if that's what I got. 610-6, 6.3. Maybe I don't have this. So, alright. Let's go ahead and run that thing. Run. So we'll see here if I can get newer drivers. If, let's see, when was this? This says 2009, so 2009 was probably when I bought this thing. Okay, accept. Patient, take a few minutes. So, it looks like, I guess I'm downloading the later version. Blinking blue and purple. Okay, so now I'm actually doing something, but it's kind of boring because you're watching me doing this boring thing. Okay, so what else was I going to say about the story? So basically, I'm going to go from the idea that Henry is our kind of our main character. He's the one that's setting this up. He's the one that's bringing a guy from outside. Oh, I have to restart. Restart later. I guess I'll have to do a restart later. Let's go ahead and show downloads. Let's go ahead and cut. And let's go ahead and... Where's the other one? Wait, where's this one? Okay, so let's go ahead and paste that here. 3/4/2019. 8 meg versus 80 meg. So I would say that's quite a big jump. That's kind of interesting. Alright, I was having problems with this one anyway, so if I don't have any problems with this, it'll be fine. But I'll leave them both on there, at least for right now. And there was Discord set up, this, and power to go. And that was printer stuff. So delete those. Which I'm sure is still fairly boring to you, but I don't care. What is that? Windows always puts these weird files on your system for some reason. Okay. Let's see if I can move this thing a little bit. So I'm more in the center. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to restart just right yet. Although I probably will after I'm done with this program. Okay, so I'm going to start with his story. I'm going to pull up my old notes for Harold Halfway, which I renamed Halfway Harold. In fact, I can just do that. In fact, I probably did it in some other of those videos you've seen, because I remember pulling that up. So let's do Zfoot.com. Do that. If it comes up, we'll go to Enchanted Lands, and we will. This is a pie menu. Actually, I'm going to see if I can try to re-implement that, because I think that works. And that was just like a thumbnail of Harold's workshop. In fact, what I was going to do the backstory as like a smaller scope game at one point in AGS when I ran into problems. So I'm still thinking about the same thing. Basically, in order to enact spells, you're gonna have to use hats, many hats, and you'll be able to like combine hats to create different spells. And when you combine the hats, he's gonna have to wear the hats, and so I'll probably have to limit the number of hats he can wear, literally, because of the animation or whatever. But there's gonna be a funny thing about that. The pie menu is really about giving you. See, I really love the old text parser, and so I wanted to give you that kind of freedom where you had like many different options, because you could type look down, look under, look behind, even if it didn't have anything for a look behind. Maybe it didn't have anything for that at all. If you just put look, it would just give you general, visual information in a description, even though you could see most of it. So I thought it'd be cool if you did like a radio menu or pie menu, where you can click, drag, and let go in a direction, and it will pull up these things. Like if you look here, right, this would be an interact or see like the use thing, right? So basically, what would happen is if you pull the mouse over here, you let go, and you went like that, it would do push pull, right? You could click. You could let go in the center, and nothing would happen. You could click or tap once, and this would pop up, and then you'd be able to drag it. You don't have to click drag to do it. I mean, you'd still eventually have to, if you clicked and let go, then this would pop up, and you'd still have to move your mouse out here, and then you'd have to click again in order to close it and do the action. But you could also just click, drag, let go, and it would automatically, do the action. And the idea is, supposedly their pie menus or radio menus are easier to use than, say, just regular, like pull down menus, right? It's what they say, and I was just like, yeah, that would be kind of a cool deal. So basically, you go like that, and eventually you get to a point of where you kind of have an idea of what direction it is. Maybe not this many, like 5 different options, because that's a tiny little slice. But you could you'd eventually just kind of get used to doing it, and it would just become like second nature. You just like doom 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 doom, and it would still work for tap touchscreens, or one button mouses, or in the case of like a flash game, you can only use the left mouse button, because the right mouse button brings up a flash context menu. So the idea here is that the idea is that you can do this with just a single touch. In fact, you wouldn't click and let go, and then this would pop up. You'd actually have to hold it down for a few seconds in the dead spot, or you just have to hold it down, and then it would pop up. Because on a touchscreen, you tap to move to where you wanted to, or you tap on an object that you wanted to inspect, and it would move. The character would move there. So that's the whole idea about the pie menu. But I kind of digressed from. Do I still have the? Is this where I have the There's Harold. I guess. Okay, I guess not. Must be in the old web page, old Devlog. Shoot, we're already on our 15 minutes here, which means I need to stop the video. Okay, so let's go to off-grid categories, Enchanted Lands. Previous entries. Previous. Oh. Maybe it's this one. Character fun. Harold Halfway. Harold is a typical old balding lizard with a blue cloak and a pointy hat. He is the one that suggested the king to turn the land into a tourist resort. King wasn't sorry. It's been thriving until Maximilian's came in. That's when all heck broke loose. He literally has only half his magic. Apparently gave half of his magic to the woman he's going to marry. She turned it, shared it with another, thereby stealing half of his magic. For instance, okay, it goes all that. Dare cast any spell. Instead, he gives a young man a silver ticket, quick silver ticket, and that was just kind of the play on the, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the golden ticket. It'd be silver ticket, but because it's Quicksilver. In fact, I had the name, the Benny Wonky Candy Company, and it was his favorite candy bar. And he stops by this convenience store, and then he gets this golden ticket, which gets him into Enchanted Lands. And I call him John Thomas just because my brother's name is Jonathan, actual Jonathan, Jon, not John, and his middle name is Thomas. So I thought that'd be a good name. But this doesn't really say much here because I thought I had more of a profile for him, but apparently I didn't. So yeah, these are all. So he gets John Thomas. He brings him into our world, and then I kind of base it sort of sort of where I lived at the time, Oregon, and then Princess Karen. She's the realm of verdant, which is green basically, but her realm is supposed to be able to imbue people with a magical ability. So I'm not going to go through all the characters here in this video, in this particular video. I will in future videos though. So I guess I'm gone over time for a pretty good time, so I'm going to stop it here, and we'll see if I'll figure out some way of testing out the tablet the next time. So I'll see you later.